This is my first time using this type of equipment. It was really hard, but I think it's finally working. Um, yeah, which is good. I'm happy that it's finally working, but thank you for listening. And I'm gonna try doing a podcast on my channel, and hopefully with more practice I'll get better at using this kind of stuff. Yeah, I just pray that I get better and better, because I'm not a tech girly, but sometimes you gotta make it work. So yeah, I guess I'll start today's show with my first show, and I guess I'll start with a land acknowledgement, and then they also have a drum here, so maybe I'll try doing some drumming. Yeah, just like to welcome you to my show and to give honor to the Secwépemc people who live on this land. Okay, I have been learning a little bit of Secwépemc Sheen for a couple of months now. So, Waik, Kawaita, Balin, Kajusa, and Squest, Ra, Kasalton, Madi, the South Sudan, Waaganek, na TRU, na Masters of Education, Cooksham, Tikal, Cookby, Ra Salqua, Sadekwa, Skom, El Rashakwetmet, La Rapusma, Esk, Se, Al Kokwalton, Alia, Cookswa, Rakamui, na Canada, S. Slepmet, Ra, Kamuf, El Taka, Pal, Kamuf, Tamuf. And I'm still practicing, I'm still learning the language. And it's not my first language. And I think any language that you try to learn, it takes time, but the more I practice, the better. And I was taking classes online through WMAC, which is a grassroots organization out in the Chase in the Sconlith area. And I was taught by wonderful teachers, Matthew, Janice, Minnie, Pam, so many people. Cook's Jam to them. So I just introduced myself, like Minnie, Madeline Kajusa. Doing a master's right now at TRU. My people are from South Sudan, from the Mahdi tribe, and yeah, I give thanks to the water, to the river, the mountains, the Secwépemc people. I'm happy to learn and grow on these lands, and do research here, and I'm grateful for the Indigenous people of Canada for welcoming people who don't have a homeland, such as a lot of people are displaced from their homes right now, and coming to a place like Canada, very grateful to be here. And my family has that background of being refugees and coming from Sudan. And now there's Sudan and South Sudan, but just before there was South Sudan. That's another podcast. But my mom always told me to be grateful to be here in Canada. So yeah, I don't really know how to sing any of the Indigenous songs, but there's one that I like. I think it's called the Honor Song or the Welcome Song. I think it's the Welcome Song. If I get it wrong, let me know. But I could do like a little bit of try to do some. I could sing a song in my own mother tongue, the Madian language, but I can say a few things in my own language, like Ingoni ko, Ichi, Manjara, Masa Manjara. So it's basically like saying, how are you doing in the Madi language. Yeah, and I should do a podcast one day just explaining the Madi people and their heritage, our culture, and things like that. Yeah, I would love to do that. And this is a voice from the diaspora, so it would be nice to hear that perspective too. And I guess for my first show, I guess I'll talk about my experience living here in Kamloops, in the Secwépemc Ulu, doing my master's, and I did my undergrad here and my master's, and just what I've learned so much from the Secwépemc people. I think I'll start there, and then I'll see how people react to this video, and then I'll see what the next show will be about. So what I've learned in the Secwépemc people, well, there's a lot that I've learned. I feel like when I came here from Calgary that I knew about land acknowledgements, but I feel like when I was here and still here at TRU, that land acknowledgements were something that happened more in like every single class, and professors or instructors would always do them, so it really shows the importance of it. Throughout TRU, there's a lot of Indigenous artwork, and they have like the land acknowledgements in different buildings, so you can really see the Indigenous culture throughout TRU. They have a House 5 for Indigenous students. Even non-Indigenous students can go there, but that's a place where they can talk to elders. There's lots of workshop. I went to ribbon skirt making at House 5, and I had an amazing time. Love to go back, and you can learn the language. There's Eastern dialect, there's Western dialect, and I think as somebody who's non-Indigenous to Canada, there's like more of the global Indigenous community, that learning the Secwépemc language is really, I think it's really important to help with revitalization. That's a really big thing for them, and I think if all people could learn it, I think that would be awesome. I started learning Secwépemc in 2025, the fall of 2025, so still pretty new, and I took some time off, and it is a really difficult language. People say that, and it is, but it's really beautiful language, and I would love to continue, and I know you could get a certificate or diploma in it, and that's something I would like to work towards as well. And the Secwépemc people, they're very smart, knowledgeable people, and I really enjoy learning from their culture. I know this is the time people pick berries or do canning, or they go get fish, or hunting. People do hunting, a lot of amazing things. I went to the Canlupa here in Kamloops. I went last year and I went this year, and I also volunteered there as well, and my partner got me this beaded sunflower, and also comes with earrings, but I just wore the sunflower. And then last year he got me moccasins. He got me a lot of things from the powwow cook's job, and I really enjoyed going to the powwow. It's so much fun. I learned so many amazing dances. The cradle board dancing is my favorite dance. It's just so beautiful, and it's just really beautiful, and I just love seeing the women carrying their cradle board, and it's like, if I have a baby one day, I want to get a cradle board. Like, it just looks so beautiful, it has so much meaning, and all the babies look so happy in them. But what I really like, what I learned from the Secwépemc people and professors who are Indigenous, is that I love their way of teaching. It's definitely not traditional. Like, sometimes we might have an Indigenous instructor, you might sit in a circle, and I really appreciate that, because it kind of makes it more open than a traditional way of like sitting in in rows and like in elementary. And I like how Indigenous instructors that I've known really value art or different ways of knowledge, not always writing a paper. And writing for me, I love writing, but writing for me is really difficult. I don't know if I have dyslexia or not. I could have dyslexia, but writing has always been hard. Like writing things correctly and getting the spelling correct and the grammar. But I love to like write in terms of like I have lots of information I want to like type, but it's like it takes me a long time to edit because I'm not a really good speller. But with an Indigenous way of learning, you could do art, you could do song, you could do anything, to show your knowledge, and that, is graded and valued. And there's different ways of learning. And for me, I think I'm extremely creative. And not that I don't like writing, but if I could express myself through words or through art, that's probably the best thing for me. Or voice record and then have it transcripted or put it on, I don't know, those apps, and it will just have it written for you or something. Better for me. Yeah. And I remember taking this class here at TRU. It was about people with exceptionalities or learning disabilities like dyslexia or autism, and just about literacy, adult literacy, children's literacy. And I watched a YouTube, I think it was YouTube, and a doctor, he's a surgeon, and he has dyslexia, and he's the surgeon, and he has dyslexia, and it was really motivating to watch that, because I'm like, okay, this guy has dyslexia, he's a surgeon, like most people, will not become surgeons, and that's a really hard thing to do and go to medical school, and he has dyslexia. That kind of gave me a lot of hope that, I could do a lot of things, amazing things in my life too, whether that be a professor or a medical doctor or a researcher. And, writing, spelling is something I struggle with, gives me hope that doesn't take away the fact that I could, be those things in life. So it was really inspiring. And our differences makes us unique. I've learned so much, and I'm so grateful for Secwépemc people. I'm writing something for the knowledge makers right now, which I'm really excited for. Yeah, I love the language, the people. I really I'm getting to understand when Indigenous people talk about being connected to your land and how it's like healing and learning the language. And like for me, if things ever go good, and I could go back to South Sudan or Sudan and be connected to those roots, or even like go to Uganda and see my cousins there, like that I think will really help with my healing and sense of belonging and all of those things, knowing that I'm surrounded by people that look like me, that speak my language. My mom's like, if you go to Uganda or South Sudan for 3 months, you would be able to speak the Māori like fluently, just like that. Just being around it helps. Like even when being around the Secwépemc people and learning the language for a few months, I feel like I was able to learn it because I was really immersed in the culture. So there is something about, if you really want to learn a language, I think you got to be among the people. Thank you guys so much for listening. Cooksham and Mwikshi. I know I'm an Eastern speaker. I mean, I could learn Western too. Maybe Northern. But thank you so much, everyone. It was a great first podcast, just a ramble, Type B. And this necklace, yeah, from the powwow, very beautiful. Yeah, I would also like to learn how to bead, if anyone could help me learn how to bead. So yeah, thank you so much. Thank you to the Secwépemc people. Yeah, I'm so honored to be here and to continue to learn from the people around me. And to just be a better person every day, I think helps me to be a better student and future researcher, and yeah, just a better person in society, and have that intercultural understanding is also really important too. Yeah, and just builds myself up and self-esteem as a future educator too. We're gonna have students from all over the world, Indigenous, non-Indigenous, global Indigenous. So I'm excited for when that happens, and yeah, just being a better person, and when I have children one day, to pass on the knowledge that I have and the things that I've learned. And so yeah, Cook's Jam, thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.